Hi everybody, Alex Explorer from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the ADX trader. And we're going to have a look at how a trader generated a 500% return in only 5 days. Now, just before making this video, something really special happened which reminded me of this phrase, and it's an ancient Chinese curse, and it doesn't sound like a curse, and there's a lot more of them around, but this one says, may you live in interesting times. Now, what makes this day pretty interesting is that Bitcoin hit $47,000 earlier today, and here you can see the chart of Bitcoin and how it actually moved from $3,000 down here to $47,000 in the space of 18 months. And here was the accumulation time for investors to take advantage of that gain. Also, this is where opportunity lies. Opportunity is cloaked. It doesn't jump out to you and grab you. It's this opportunity was full of uncertainty over here, and a lot of people didn't know, should I get into Bitcoin? Shouldn't I get into? Shall I hang on to my Bitcoin? Shall I sell? What should I do? And so opportunity is often cloaked, and in the last few months, Bitcoin has gone and proven itself to be an incredible investment opportunity. Now, this video isn't about Bitcoin, but I thought I'd just get you to think along the lines of opportunities and how they present themselves. And this is one of my favorite Shakespeare quotes, and gee, I wish I had spent more time with Shakespeare when I was younger. And this is from Julius Caesar, and it's Brutus, and he says, "There's a tide in the affairs of men, which taken in its flood leads to fortune. Amid it, all the voyage of their lives is bound to shallows and in miseries. And on such a full sea, we are now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves us, or lose our ventures." So what Shakespeare was saying here is, when opportunity knocks, don't make a fool of yourself. So before we look at the results achieved by this trader, we are going to look at the ADX trader in a little bit more detail. Okay, so here you can see the Expert Forex website, the first page on the website, and the ADX trader is one of our most recent launches. It was launched a few weeks ago, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now on this page we also have a settings link. Now we disclose all our settings to whoever's interested before they buy. So you can actually go and have a look at the settings that we use. In fact, pretty useless if you don't have the EA, but we don't mind showing you the settings. There are also equity charts that are very useful. So let's go and have a look at this link. So we click on settings, and it takes us to the EA factory website, and here you can see settings analysis, and here are all the robots that you can go and visit to find all of the set files. There's normally about 20 to 30 set files of each robot. And below it there's a table of all the settings analysis processes that we go through on a monthly basis. So in other words, we run an optimization service, and all that these optimizations do is they say, these are the settings that work best over the last year. There's nothing more, nothing less. They're also not recommendations by Expert Forex. They are just a fact. These settings worked well over the last year. So it's just information. Traders can take that information and do with that information what they want to. But certainly they're not strong recommendations from Expert Forex. They are just an analysis of history. And you can see here the Tradeable ADX, which is the EA we've just launched. It occupies the top 5 positions in this analysis, and you can see 17 million, 17 million, a million, and so on. So it's an exceptional EA, and as you go down, it keeps on occupying really good positions. And why I'm showing you this is that the gold analysis actually produced the results we're going to have a look at, and it's actually these ones, the fixed lot gold and settings, that produce the analysis. So the person who bought the EA All they had to do is come and click on this link, and let's click on the link and show you a little bit more, and there they would find the set files used to generate these amounts. But what's more important is that what you should do is you should actually scroll down whenever you use these set files and look at the equity charts of the set files. And as you can see here, this is the 1 hour gold every tick equity chart, and you can see it grows tremendously when market conditions are favorable, and it goes sideways as much as what it grows, and so on. So this particular equity chart isn't great because it means if you started trading over here, you would really have no income for about 6 or 7 months. Now, if we scroll further down and we go to the 4 hour settings of gold, you can see a more gradual growth. You can see it grows sideways, grows sideways. So it's a more balanced equity chart, and it goes up quite nicely. So you must always come and have a look at equity charts and look for equity charts that have a smooth growth. That means they can trade through unfavorable market conditions as well as favorable market conditions. Anyway, this information is freely available on all of our EAs if you need them. All of our EAs that actually run on set files, there are certain ones that don't, like the Dream Machine and the Grid Trend Multiplier. We have settings built into those EAs already, so you don't need any set files. Okay, so now we're back at the Expert Forex website, and I'm going to click on the ADX Trader, and here we are. What I would suggest is take the link that I'm going to be providing you and go and study this website. It is very important that you understand the technical side of how this EA works and the boosters that have been built into this EA, the multiplier and the percentage of equity booster that boosts these results up into millions and millions of dollars. There's a full explanation of how the ADX signals work. Here are some of the results that we provided at the launch, but you can also go and have a look at the most recent results as I've shown you before. And there's our 17,000 is still there. And then there's a full explanation of all the settings that are provided. And if you're new to Forex, there's a few videos that you can go and have a look at to give you a feel of what robot trading is all about. And we give you a guide as how you can start off. So it's very comprehensive. This marketing page has a lot of information and has a lot of training built into it already. That's where we put our training in, because you can actually do it before you buy the EA. It's well supported with world-class service. I think anybody who's used EA Factory's support can vouch for that, and it comes with very comprehensive user manuals and knowledge base, and a comprehensive knowledge base. And we suggest that you use 1 cent accounts to start off with if you have a small trading balance. The EA also comes with a whole lot of bonuses. You can go and have a look at them. You can click on each one and you can see what those bonuses consist of. Okay, so enough of all this nonsense. Let's go and have a look at the success that was achieved by one of our owners of this EA. Now here's the account that was provided to us, and here you can see the growth over 500%. Although this says 26 days, the trader actually only started on the 1st of February, and there were a few weekends in between, so the actual trading days were only 5 days. This is a real account. $1,000 was deposited into this account, and it grew. And the current balance, as we speak, is $6,000. Now, the idea here really is the minute your profits are bigger than your deposit, you draw them out, and then your whole account becomes risk-free. This trader hasn't done that yet, but he will most probably pretty soon. And he doesn't need to only withdraw his initial deposit. He's made so much that he can draw most probably half of his account balance without harming it. Over those 5 days, 2,000 pips were generated. And as you can see, it was trading gold 100%. Now, the settings he used are the settings I showed you previously. He went and downloaded the gold settings, the set file, put it in and traded. That's how easy it was. And here's a list of the open orders. So he's got a lot of open orders, $3,000 worth of open orders. There are 24 of them. And then there are 30 closed orders, which is cashed in at a very nice profit. Now have a look at the ADX. It has the potential of providing you with incredible gains. But bear in mind, what we're looking at is a situation like this Bitcoin chart where the gains have been made. The most suitable market conditions were experienced by this trader. Don't think for one moment that you're going to buy this EA, plug in that set file that he used. There are a few things that can happen. Either this graph will continue shooting straight up, or it will correct itself or go sideways. So don't for one moment think that you are guaranteed to have the same results as him if you use the same set file. It's very dependent on catching the right market conditions. And that's what happened with this trader. He actually went into negative for a while and then caught the right market conditions and shot up like crazy. The other thing that I must mention, that this trader did not only trade one set of settings on gold. He traded a number of settings, not only on gold, on currencies, indexes, a whole lot of other settings. So he spread his risk over a lot of trading instruments. A lot of people think they can buy an EA, plug in one set of settings and just print money. Doesn't happen. You have to have experience trading a number of things. You have to have a portfolio where you're spreading your risk of unfavorable and favorable market conditions. So this trader is an experienced trader. He is trading a balanced portfolio, and this is obviously his best performing EA out of that portfolio. We really want to encourage traders to use a portfolio approach rather than thinking they can trade one set of settings in one currency with one EA. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it educational, and please go and visit our settings sites, the ADX marketing site. You'll find it highly educational and an incredible amount of information that you can use to make your decisions for the future, and also to educate yourself on how the ADX, for instance, trades. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.